Hello, I'm Rhonda J, and welcome to my tutorial on how to dress your Etsy avatar for the upcoming holiday season. Adding a cute Santa or elf hat to your Etsy avatar is a fun and quick way to add some holiday cheer to your shop. For this tutorial, I'm going to use my favorite online editor, my favorite online photo editor, Pixlr.com. I love Pixlr because there is no additional software that needs to be downloaded in order for us to use it. So let's get started by clicking on Pixlr Editor, which is located on the top navigation menu. Next, we're going to go to Open Image from Computer and click. And as you can see here, for this tutorial, I've already saved 3 hats and my little Etsy avatar here. This is the avatar that I normally use for my main avatar in my Etsy shop, and it's already properly sized to be 75 by 75 pixels, which is the size required for an Etsy avatar. And let's click on open. Well, you can click on open or you can double click to bring up your image. And I'm just making my workspace a little larger here by clicking on the bottom right hand corner and dragging. Okay. So now that we have my my little avatar image here, I'm going to click over here on layer. I'm going to go and do open image as layer and select the hat. For this, let's see, this go around, I'm going to do the elf hat. Okay, you can see my elf hat is a little too large, so I'm going to move it up first. And I'm moving my elf hat around because my tool, my little move tool, is selected right here with the little arrowhead on it, okay, and the little cross. Okay, so now to make the hat smaller, I'm going to click on Edit, Free Transform, and then I'm going to move my cursor down to the bottom right box here. And before I click on the little box, I'm going to click Shift, and I'm going to press and hold down Shift on my keyboard. And then I'm going to click with my mouse on the little corner, and I'm going to move it in. The reason why I'm pressing and holding down Shift while I'm doing this is to make sure that my hat stays in proper proportion. Okay, so I think that's about a good size there. Okay, so now I'm just going to click. You can actually click anywhere, and you're going to get a confirm box, and it says, do you want to apply the changes? And I click yes. So now click back over here on my move tool. As long as excuse me, as long as this cursor shows the little arrowhead and the little cross, then I know my move tool is selected and I can move the hat just about into position where I would like to. Now let's get my avatar moved into position. To move my avatar background, I'm going to double click, move over here to layers, and double click on the little lockbox. Now my avatar background is selected, and I can move it into the position I would like. So I'm going to click back on my avatar, and this time, instead of using my mouse, I'm going to use the down arrow button on the down arrow key on my keyboard, because I can move it just a little bit. My mouse, I can't move it tiny little bits. So okay, so I move it just a little bit to get it in position, and you might have to play around with yours like I'm doing with mine to get it. So I think actually that's going to be a good place. Okay, as you can see, still have some hair showing. So now I'm going to zoom in on my image, and you see the hair is showing outside my hat. Actually, let's see, I'm going to move my hat over just a little bit, try and center. Okay, right there. I think I like that. Okay, so I still have hair showing around my hat. So now I'm going to get rid of the hair by first clicking and selecting over here my layer. Uh-oh. Let me move you back down. And if that happens to you, just click your layer over here and drag it back into position. And I actually want my avatar to stay on the bottom. And I just want to make sure it's selected. Okay. So now I click on the eraser tool. Wow, that's my eraser little tip is too large, so I'm going to make it smaller by clicking on the eraser tool menu, and I'm going to actually select 9. I like to use the brush tips up here because they are hard. They're called the hard brush tips. The edges are hard versus the soft brush tip. So when I erase, I want to keep the edges kind of hard. Alright, so then I click back over here on my little workspace, and then I'm just going to start erasing. And it's okay that my white background is being erased. Okay. So now my hair is gone. And I'm going to zoom it back down and zoom out. And I like the way that looks. I'm not going to worry about the white part of my background missing, because when I click over here on File and do Save, you see the white background is back. And that's how it's going to save. Okay. So I like the way my avatar looks. So now I'm ready to save it. So go back over here to File, Save, and give it a new name, because I don't want to save over my main avatar, because when the holiday season is over, I want my main avatar back in my shop. So the file name I'm going to select is Holiday, let's see, Holiday Avatar, Etsy, Elf. Okay. I just leave it on format of JPEG. So leave the format in JPEG, and I'm going to increase my quality. Now the quality here, as you can see, the size goes to 10. If you go over 10, you need to make it smaller, reduce the quality of the file size, because Etsy does not allow your avatar file size to go over 10. So I'm going to click OK, and then I'm just going to click Save. Before you save, make sure you remember which folder or where you're saving it on your computer so you can find it again when it's time to upload it to your shop. And then that's it. You would go to your Etsy shop and you will upload your avatar like you've done before. Now, if you don't have any hats, I have a few hats uploaded on my main blog, which is rhondaj.com. And as you can see, I have the Christmas hat, the little Christmas Santa hat. I have a large top hat and large elf hat. Now, you can use these images from the blog, excuse me, by right-clicking and doing Save Image As if you're using Firefox browser like I'm using. Or you can click and highlight the link underneath and then right-click and copy. And this is the link that would take you directly to the image. So if I was to actually paste this image here, you would see it takes you directly to the image. So now that I have this link copied, I will come back over here to Pixlr, click on Layer, and go down to Open Image URL as Layer, and click. And you see this little box appears. I'm going to delete what's in the box, and then I'm going to right click and paste into the box and click OK. You can see my little Santa. I'm just going to drag this up so you can see my little Santa hat has appeared. Now I'm going to hide my elf hat layer by clicking over here on this little check box. I'm just going to go through again and let's see, free transform, resize my Santa hat and click OK, click yes to confirm the change. Move it up just a little bit. Click back over here, move my avatar down just a little bit. Move her up, and actually I think probably keep her right about there. Now I click over here, file, save, and here's my second avatar, and this time instead of Etsy elf, I'm going to call this one Etsy Santa. Increase the quality again and click OK. Now I have two holiday avatars. So if I decide I want to change it from one week to the next, then I can. So feel free to download a cute little hat if you already don't have one. And that is the end of my little tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found the information helpful. And thank you for watching.